couple housekeeping things. Remember, Minority Trailblazer live podcast with the Thrive event after is coming to a city near you. You can find all information at greggyhill.com/MTP Live. First event is July 8th in Charlotte, North Carolina. July 15th, we're in Washington, D.C. July 22nd, we're in Atlanta, Georgia. July 29th, we're in Houston, Texas. And August 5th, we're in Brooklyn, New York. Then August 12th, we're in Durham. Yep, I changed Durham from the first to the last because I got to come back to the city to close it out. All right, so hopefully I can see you there. Tickets go on sale this week. And make sure you cop. Welcome to the weekly Thrive Report with me, Greg Hill, the Culture Change Agent. First, I want to start off by saying Happy Father's Day. For all the fathers that's listening, single fathers, married fathers, please affirm and receive a happy Father's Day. And if you know your father, you have not hit him up yet, make sure you hit him up and let them know. Don't just say Happy Father's Day, but let them know, whether it's sentence or conversation, I don't know what it looks like, but let them know how they have played a pivotal role in your life. This week has been phenomenal. Words can't express. So many amazing things happened. I'm just recovering from a 10-year high school reunion, which happened last night, which was phenomenal. A great event. And I want to get right into the point this week. This week, the focus is giving. Because I've been around some energy, be around some spaces, and I have a lot of people in my life that are doing phenomenal things, but certain people that are not doing phenomenal things and not really achieving their goals and not doing what they need to do. And I realize it's because they don't give enough. And let me get personal. The reason why I really want to, it's personal to me, because a couple years ago I had the same talent I have right now. Same drive, same motivation, same friends group, and I wasn't really making traction on what I was doing. And I was talking to a friend, I was like, man, what is going on? I'm giving everything I got to this. I'm still one of the most talented speakers. I'm still writing books. Like, why am I not getting where I need to go? He said, okay, how much are you giving financially to the church and other causes? How much time are you giving to other people? How much time are you giving with yourself? And it made me think like, yo, I'm not really giving that much to charity. I'm not really giving that much time to anybody else. And I'm dang sure this is most importantly when I talk about giving. I wasn't giving any time to myself. That's something you probably haven't heard before. A lot of times we can give financially, we can give our time to other people, but if we don't give ourselves any time, then we're going to break down at a certain point. So I want to give y'all 3 things that can help you give more. The first advantage for giving more is it allows you to stretch your blessings. Hear me out on this, right? Yesterday I delivered a program in North Carolina Central with my brother Mike Farrell, and we was about team building and leadership and communication skills. Had 1 hour, 40 kids. I did it for free with North Carolina Central because I have a great relationship with them and I love serving the youth, high school youth, and the summer youth entrepreneurship camp. And I went in there, I have never done like a leadership training workshop. And we had to like do icebreakers. I've never done that before. So it was my first time doing it. I brought my brother along because he had some experience in that space, and we rolled it out and it was phenomenal. Like at the end, we almost like fell to tears, man. Like some real powerful things were showed. We had laughter, but we also had to stretch their mind and they were thinking. And the reason why it allowed me to stretch my blessings is because now I have the confidence not only to do these type of sessions, these workshops, and these trainings, but also it allowed me to see my boy Mike. He speaks, but he didn't speak too often in front of this demographic. So he got to see him in the zone. I'm doing this thing, and after that we talked and we chatted, and that's like my best friend from school. Now I know, yo, if I have a conference, if I have something else, I can have somebody else I can count on to deliver a session and work with, and it never would have happened if I wouldn't have just given my time. And the reason why that relationship even started is when I reached out to North Carolina Central a couple years ago when I said I wanted to get into consulting. I said, yo, I have these ideas, could you work with me? And they gave my first shot, and this relationship has grown. Now I do work and consulting work for North Carolina Central. Now next year, I'm speaking to existence. Once a month, I plan on doing some programming for North Carolina Central. So it all started with giving. The second reason you should give, and I need y'all to hear me on this, come here real quick. Somebody needs your gift. And this is specifically for those of you right now that's watching it and struggling like, yo, I don't have any gifts, feel kind of worthless or whatnot. Somebody in this world needs your gift. And you realize that, you want to give it more. That's the reason why a lot of people don't give, because they feel they don't have nothing to give. It's like showing up to Christmas and you don't have any presents to give your kids. Like, why would you show up? But I guarantee if you just sit there and reflect, right? Wrote down, like, what am I good at? What are your strengths? Ask your friends. If you don't have any friends, ask whoever you believe in. Like, I don't know what it is, but everybody has something to give. And if you don't think you have something to give, reach out to me, greg@greghill.com. We can work on it. But everybody has something to give, and that's so important, because if you don't give stuff, you keeping stuff away, sooner or later it's gonna get taken from you. And if you're not giving it out, somebody is suffering. The world is suffering. The world needs more givers, all right? So make sure you're a giver this week. And then my last reason why you should give more, and this is the most important reason of all. Look in the mirror. Especially if you're watching this on a computer, or on a phone, or if you have a job, or if you have a career, you have a house, you have a car, realize somebody has given to you, right? And I'm not just talking about your mothers, your fathers. I'm talking about the janitors that clean up the floors. I'm talking about the janitors that take out the trash. I'm talking about the lady that drove your bus when you were little, when she showed up every day at work and drove your bus. I'm talking about somebody every single day is helping and giving something to you. So it's your responsibility to give back. And if you're not giving back, your blessings are going to be short, because you can have all the money in the world, but your karma is going to be low, your energy is going to be low, your apathy is going to be sky high. Like, everything in your life is going to shrink if you're not giving. And don't just look online, you can be like, oh man, they're not giving, but they blowing up. You don't sleep with them, you're not in their head, you don't know what's going on. So I challenge you at the end of the week to do a give receipt. Go on Excel, have an Excel document, and document how much you gave. Because I guarantee there's going to be a strict correlation. The more you give, the more you're going to receive. And that's not even just a biblical principle, that's just a life principle. Let's jump into the weekly Thrive Report. First great thing that happened this week, man. 10-year high school reunion. Got a chance to link with old friends, see what they on. Also kind of share my story, and they've been witnessing the journey. I've been witnessing their journey, and it was just good time. Even though I know a lot of people, because I'm 27, a lot of people my age are really apathetic towards reunions. They're like, well, I see people online all the time, I don't need to go. Like, yo, get off your high horse and go. If you're in the city and if you're in the city, go to your reunion if you can, all right? Just be in the moment, blessed. We're not on, like, what you're doing or if you're successful. What? No. If you're pushing towards something, then you're successful in your own right, man. So I had a great time with that. Second, I had an opportunity to go to North Carolina Central, like I mentioned earlier, and host a workshop for the young entrepreneurs of color of the next generation, man. They have great energy. They had a lot of questions, and it was just a great time with my brother Mike Farrell to bring him on the squad and to have him facilitate a phenomenal session, man. My mind is just thinking in the next couple of years, as my brand continue to grow and I continue to serve more people, what friends that I already have in my network that we can go on and we can go on the road together. So that's great. And then last but certainly not least, I got an opportunity this morning to help my mom create an Eventbrite for an event she has for Alzheimer's awareness. And first and foremost, Alzheimer's is near and dear to me because my grandmother passed away. For the last 10 years of her life, she wasn't able to really understand a lot of things and remember a lot of things. And just that one-on-one time, my mother helping, using my skills, I mean, we created a flyer for the event, Eventbrite and all that other stuff it meant a lot for me. The last couple of years, a lot of times I don't create too much time for my family, so I'm trying to grow in that area. So that's like one thing that it really meant a lot for me this week. My one area for improvement this week would be being firm with my no's. A lot of times I've been growing more comfortable with saying no, but now being firm with it and moving on. Sometimes I wrestle with no, I wrestle with all these things, but now as my time is getting closer and closer, like all Saturday I was on the phone until 4 p.m. Then I had an event, then I had something after. So just being real with my no's. You want to adjust the time? I can't adjust the time. This is what it is. And not in a sense of like arrogance or anything like that, because I have to just respect my time in order to maximize value for the culture. One resource or tool for the week is a Rode lavalier mic. So for all my speakers out there, the people that present, you get a Rode lavalier mic, you can attach it to like your lapel pin or a shirt, and it records. You plug it into your phone. It's like $70. The link is below. And it allows you to record all you're saying. So if you want to use it for a CD, if you want to use it for your video and all those other things, you can already have that recording right to your phone and have that audio. Because sometimes, and I've witnessed, I've been in a huge auditorium with the mic and I use the video audio, and it's okay when you're on a basic level, but if you're continuing to grow, you need that crisp audio quality. So if you want to repurpose that content, you can. So make sure you get an Rode Rec lavalier microphone. My one big takeaway for this week, you got to stretch your events. Okay, you're like, okay, what does that mean, Greg? when I say stretch your events, that means the diversity of events you go to on a weekly basis. This past Friday, I got a chance to go to the Scrap Exchange and support Deanna Chompy, and she has some amazing artwork. And it was like 10 years since I seen her and whatnot, and we just talked about her creative process on creating her artwork and what goes into it. And it just stretched my mind to the capabilities of this creatives, but it also gave me like a newfound respect for the art. And it was just a great experience. So I enjoyed that time, and it allows me to kind of open up into other areas. My one goal for this week, and side note, thank y'all for reaching out. The partnerships, there's been 4 or 5 people that reached out, and we're working together in different conferences and different venues and aspects. So that's crazy. You put something in the atmosphere and the world brings it back. So thank y'all. But my one goal for this week is to secure our first sponsorship for the Minority Trailblazer Conference, which is coming in March 2018. Go to minoritytrailblazer.com for more information. And I'm excited. We're solidifying the venue within the next 2 weeks. I got an amazing lineup of speakers, and I want to get our first sponsor this week. Last but certainly not least, my one challenge for you is email me or comment below what is one thing you're going to accomplish this summer. Point blank simple. What's my one thing? I'm going to drop the album. Period. Motivational album. It's coming soon. Remember you're a genius. It's going to be crazy. That's my one thing. I want to know yours. If you email it to me, I got something special for you. Thank you. Shout out to the 3 people that emailed me last week. I got something in the mail for y'all, so make sure you email it to me. Hope y'all have a great week. And remember to change the freaking culture. Good night. What song am I singing this week? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Dang, I can't sing.